Welcome back. Hard to believe there's only one more game and this World Cup will be history. We had the third place game today between Croatia and Morocco, and it was as entertaining as I was expecting it would be. Those games are normally played with no pressure. They're both teams coming from, like, normally it's a painful loss in semifinals. And this game promised to be a good one with 2 goals in the first 10 minutes. Nice goal by Guardiola out of the corner kick, and then another flick, another header for Morocco just a minute and a half later to tie the game. Then a beauty of the goal by Orsic later on to give Croatia the 2-1 win and the third place, which was very, very celebrated by the Croatian team, and a great way for Luka Modric and maybe Perisic to cap their international career with the Croatian national team. And kudos to Croatia coming out of the second place in World Cup in Russia in 2018, and then the third place here. And if you add the other third place that they had in France 1998, you can tell Croatia is getting a name in the world of international soccer. Another curiosity about today's game was Croatia and Morocco. They also play each other in group stage. And if I remember correctly, this is the third time it has ever happened. It happened in 2002 with Brazil and Turkey. They ended up playing for third place. And I can't remember the other one, but that was another instance of this. I will pause this video and then add that third game once I research. Yeah, of course, it was Belgium and England in the previous World Cup in 2018. Now to more about this game today. Good performances by all the players that we were expecting to perform well. There's a couple of Moroccan players that definitely need a spot in the top 11 of this competition. Fantastic performance by the Moroccan team all around, like fourth place. 2 painful losses in the semi and the third place, but nevertheless, the best performance by an African team ever. And Croatia, same thing. Like as I mentioned before, they definitely deserve to be in the top 3. A very solid team, fantastic players, great keeper. So kudos to them. So like I said, now only one more game to go.
Third place match done, over with. Croatia, the 2-1 victors. Definitely an interesting match. 2 quick goals. All 3 goals coming before halftime. You just kind of have to feel bad for Morocco, seeing as they've really been a fairy tale story in this World Cup. And in their own respect too, Croatia coming close to repeating the feat they did 4 years ago in Russia, getting third instead of second this time, which is a great achievement for them as well. A nation with only 4 million people, once again doing very, very well in the World Cup. Fun fact, in every World Cup Croatia's been in, 50% of them have been, they've gone either third or second place, which is bizarre, but it's a really good achievement for them, and definitely a good match today. Not the match that most people thought it would be. Definitely both sides had their opportunities. Croatia just, a little bit better, and that's what won them the game. But commiserations to Morocco, a great tournament, and definitely something for all African nations and all Arab nations to look on and applaud. They've done the world, and they've made the world very happy. A great effort from both teams.
Good morning, this is Freddie, and as you can see, I have been keeping close tabs on the World Cup. Final is this Sunday at 2 p.m. local time for me. 10 a.m. local time for me. And my prediction is definitely an Argentine win with a score of 3-2. I think Argentina is going to get up 3-1 at one point, and that second goal from France will be, with only minutes left in the game. Very much kind of mimicking or mirroring whatever happened when we last played them, that they beat us 4-3. They were up 4-2 comfortably, and we score the last goal. So 3-2 Argentina in the final, World Cup, third star.
The World Cup final tomorrow, and it is contested between the two countries that are represented on this podcast, Argentina and France. This is going to be an absolutely phenomenal game, regardless if it's tactical or if it's open and exciting. This is just a wonderful fixture. This was definitely the final I thought was going to happen from the start. It was definitely always in my mind going to be either Brazil or Argentina playing us, and I just thought Argentina a little bit more put together. I definitely don't have a prediction that will back that claim, but it was always one of those teams against my Blues. It should be a great match. I'm definitely interested to see how Messi does against France. Our backline is pretty good. Definitely our defensive weakness is Theo Hernandez, who's going to start at left back tomorrow. Really hoping that Adrian Rabiot will be back and fit for the game tomorrow, because Rabiot is one of the most key players to us. He does a lot of dirty work. He fills in the gaps in the back line. He does just so much work, and he's very underrated for this side. Coming into this World Cup, not a player I really rated that highly. I've heard a bunch of stuff about his character and just a bunch of the contract negotiations, and he was supposed to come to my favorite club, Manchester United, over the summer. I've just heard a bunch, and I've watched him a bunch before this World Cup, and I never thought he was anything special, but I've really analyzed him this time around, and he's been quite phenomenal. So, nothing but praise for him at this point, and I really hope he starts tomorrow. I really hope that Mbappe plays well. Not sure if Giroud's playing. I'm pretty sure he picked up an injury in training. We might have Thuram up top tomorrow. But once again, our most important player and the player who keeps he's the true glue to this team, Antoine Griezmann. I think he's going to have a great performance tomorrow. He had a great performance when we played them in 2018. This fixture has already happened 4 years ago in the World Cup in the round of 16. France won 4-3. A comeback from the French through a Pavard super goal that won goal of the tournament, and 2 Kylian Mbappe goals on top of a Griezmann penalty from the first half that was won by Kylian Mbappe. It should be a great match. Argentina have some really, really solid players too. The likes of Julian Alvarez and McAllister, who's been a really important player to them, dropping back into the midfield to create overloads, and just a great utility player, as well as Enzo Fernandez and Rodrigo De Paul in the middle. A very solid back line. The 3 center backs, some interchangeable, Romero, Otamendi, and Lisandro Martinez, some great fullbacks. Just a really great match. I do think that France is going to come away with a win 3-1. I think that it may be a shaky start for both teams. Lots of nerves, lots of nervous energy. It's a World Cup final after all. But I believe 10 of these France players were involved in the last World Cup final, or at least in the French squad. I believe 7 of them played. So Messi is the only player from that Argentina squad who actually played in the World Cup final in 2014, I believe. So a little bit more inexperience from the Argentina team on that front, but should be a great fixture. I have France winning 3-1. Allez le bleu, allez le bleu, allez le bleu. Let's just hope for a great fixture and a great result. I'll either be back here tomorrow in tears or with jubilation in my eyes. So let's go.
Well, the finals tomorrow, and I feel really confident about it. I'm excited. I think it's just been an emotional journey for everybody. I don't think people are exhausted with the World Cup. I think it's just been very deep, and there's a lot of big upsets, so it's just good that it's all going to come to an end. I think this has been the best World Cup maybe ever. So for us, obviously emotionally we're very attached to it, so I'm thinking 2-1 Argentina, both goals by Messi. That's my prediction. Last one of the series, and hopefully I'm right about this one. I would love to see a 2-1 scoreline, making it interesting. I do think France is going to score 1 at least, but yeah, I'm looking forward to it. It's going to be a good day regardless, and yeah, like always, vamos Argentina, 1 more win.
So now let's talk a little about tomorrow's game, the final game between Argentina and France. there were rumors during the week saying that Karim Benzema was going to be available, that Real Madrid had released him or allowed him to go to Qatar, etc., etc. The truth is, Karim Benzema was never removed from the roster, so he could have done that. He could have easily come back and played the final game. The other truth is that those contacts, that authorization, that never happened. When asked about the situation, the French coach, Didier Deschamps, pretty much dismissed those rumors, said that he didn't know anything about it, that he didn't want to talk about it. Somebody put a private jet at Benzema's disposition so he could travel to Qatar, and he refused, and in rather rash terms, saying that he was not going, he had no interest, and no one has interest in him being there, something like that. So a little drama, a little Latino telenovela thing going on in there. So Karim Benzema will not be at the game tomorrow, not even in Qatar. That being said, everybody else in France seems to be available, except for Lucas Hernandez, who has a knee injury and he's definitely not going to be able to play. And then there's a whole bunch of players, including Rabiot and Konate, that are having symptoms of the cold. It's not like the camel's flu or whatever the name is that the media is speculating about. It's just a regular cold. They should be able to be able to play. So I would expect France to have the normal 4-2-3-1 formation with Lloris in net, Koundé, Varane, Konate should be there, and Theo Hernandez in the back. If Konate cannot play, then Upamecano will be the substitution, but he's also sick, so I don't know. And then the midfield, Tchouaméni and Fofana, and that's the defensive midfielders, and then Dembélé, Griezmann, and Mbappé as the attacking midfielders, and Olivier Giroud up front. On the Argentinian side, same thing. Like no confirmation whatsoever. Scaloni likes to play the suspense game here, but you could guesstimate that pretty much it's going to be the same 11 that have been playing lately. Angel Di Maria is available. He's recovered and he's available to play. So that might be the only change, or the only expected change. But I'm pretty sure there's at least 10 players who have a spot guaranteed. So Emiliano Dibu Martinez in net, Molina, Cuti Romero, Otamendi, and Marcos Acuna in the back. Then Enzo Fernandez, who has had a fantastic World Cup, and we should expect him to be moving from Benfica to another team very soon. Alexis McAllister, another one who's his days at Brighton are probably numbered at this point, and Rodrigo de Paul, and then Messi and Julian Alvarez up front. Those are the 10. The 11th player should be either Leandro Paredes, and in that case it will be a 4-3-1-2 formation, or Lisandro Martinez in the back, so there will be a 5-3-2 formation, or Angel Di Maria, and in that case they'll probably switch to a 4-3-3 formation with Fernandez, De Paul, and McAllister in the middle, and then Messi, Di Maria, and Alvarez up front. So lots of options there. I think the most likely scenario is that Scaloni is going to put a 4-3-1-2 formation, trying to control the midfield and then take advantage of the fantastic presence that both Messi and Julian Alvarez are having. I would really hope that we get to see a little of Lautaro Martinez in the second half. He's had a disappointing World Cup. I was expecting him to be the top scorer, and he probably played because he had a disappointing performance, and then Julian Alvarez kind of exploded and definitely earned his starting lineup position. Another interesting thing for this game is that we have all 4 top scorers of the World Cup so far playing against each other. Messi and Mbappé have 5 goals each, and then Julian Alvarez and Olivier Giroud had 4 goals each. So definitely the golden boot is going to come out of this game. What do I think about the outcome? What my prediction will be? I think it has to be Messi's World Cup. It just has to be. There's so many people want Argentina to win just because of him. He's played a fantastic World Cup. He was kind of disappeared for a few minutes during the first game, but after that there were no doubts about him, his performance, why he was there. His production has been increasing with every single game. The last couple of games, he was instrumental in Argentina's win, getting goals, giving assists. He's been on fire all tournament. And then, like we said, Julian Alvarez also with the goals. So, and on the other hand, even though like Olivier Giroud and Chouameni and Dembélé, Griezmann in the semifinal have had really good performances, Mbappé hasn't done much in the last 3 games. He gets the occasional goal and everything, but he hasn't been in the elimination round as strong and as determining. That's not a word. As conclusive and without a doubt, the player to watch, the key to the victory that he was during the group stage. So I'm expecting more of Mbappé for tomorrow. I hope that happens. That being said, I think Argentina is going to win this game. It's going to be a close one. It's definitely not like a 3-0 scenario. I don't think so. I would be surprised if that happens for either team. I would expect like a close game, like a 3-2 or 3-1. I will go with a 3-2. Argentina's victories are never without drama, so I would say a 3-2 with lots of threats toward the end of the game. But Argentina finally getting that 3rd star on their emblem, and Messi finally getting the one accolade he's still missing, which is being the World Cup champion. Now, will this be Lionel Messi last game for the Argentine national team, like even he is saying? I honestly don't think so. I think he's going to be back in 2026 to play in North America. He's only going to be 38 years old, like pretty much the same age that Ronaldo is right now. A year younger than Pepe. It was this World Cup and he even scored. So I don't think that Messi will retire. I think he's going to come back in 2026, not only because he's likely going to be playing in the States at that point, but also so he can break yet another record by being the first ever player to take part of 6 World Cups. That's what I think. But then I will have 3.5 years to worry about that. I hope that I'm going to be celebrating tomorrow, have no voice, and be as happy as the people in my home country will likely be. So again, 3-2 for Argentina tomorrow. We'll see how it goes. It's going to be one exciting final game for one of the most exciting World Cups ever. I really hope it ends the same way we all want to be. I think that's it for today. We'll be back tomorrow for a wrap-up episode. Hard to believe this has come to an end already. See you tomorrow.